Speaking of blowing minds, did you know that Xavier has a twin sister? What?
Huh?
So basically, we got Emma Corrin about to play Cassandra Nova, and this comes to us from Collider. The hype for Deadpool and Wolverine has reached an all-time high 5 months ahead of its release this summer. 5 months. Can you believe that? 5 months from now.
Wow.
It's going to be great. With the action-packed trailer accruing 365 million views in 24 hours, it's clear that fans are ready for Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman to collide on the big screen in their first MCU appearance. According to a new report, we may finally have an idea of who the Merc with a Mouth and the X-Men icon will be forced to team up against. The Crown star, Emma Corrin, was previously cast as an unknown villain, but the U.S. Copyright Office currently has her listed as Cassandra Nova, a recurring X-Men villain tied to Charles Xavier. In a previous interview for Empire, however, they expressed their excitement at getting to flex their villainous muscles as an evil character opposite the two fan favorites. She says here in this quote, "I feel really excited to play a villain. I haven't done that, and it's an itch I want to scratch. They'll get plenty of screen time, and given the significance of Cassandra in the wider X-Men lore and multiverse, their inclusion could be impactful for the future of the MCU, and it moves toward an eventual Secret Wars film." Patrick Stewart has also notably teased a possible return as Xavier for the film, an inclusion that would make even more sense with Cassandra's reported inclusion. This is totally mind-blowing. I mean, listen, when I first saw the trailer when it came out for Deadpool 3, everybody saw this bald-headed person, and clearly Lex Luthor's not showing up in the MCU, so it's got to be either, Xavier or someone else. And, a lot of people online were making this thought that, they're theorizing this could be Cassandra Nova.
Yeah.
And so,
yeah.
For all the people who don't know who Cassandra Nova is, I've been explaining earlier, she's the twin sister of Xavier, but she died, quote-unquote, in the womb after having a telekinetic battle with her brother in the womb.
It's nuts.
And she survived, I guess, after she was, killed in the womb?
Yeah, she survived and ended up in a sewer and was able to, put her molecules together to form a new body. It's so trippy, the story with Cassandra Nova.
I like the idea that it took her, 65 years to do that, just because you see Patrick Stewart, if we're saying that Patrick Stewart's Xavier is connected to this Cassandra Nova and she's a younger actress, then, I'd like to think that she used her brain power to make herself young within 65 years' time.
I was going to ask that. Because she's younger than Patrick Stewart, are we to think that she's still the same sister to Patrick Stewart, or because she's younger, we might get a McAvoy reveal and
maybe
find out that she's actually the sister of that version of Xavier?
It could go either way at that point. I mean, the other beautiful thing is that it's multiverse. So, she might not even be related to any of those versions of Xavier, But
yeah,
also,
she could be her own, her completely different,
There's something I brought up last time we talked about the Deadpool 3 trailer, which was I had this theory that, in the comics, pushing my glasses up, in the comics of Deadpool where he kills the X-Men universe or kills the Marvel Cinematic Universe or the Marvel Universe.
Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe.
Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. Xavier tries to stop Deadpool and starts to get into his mind, and he realizes by doing his telekinesis powers and whatever, he sees into Deadpool's mind and realizes that the reason Deadpool has a fourth wall break is because he knows that he's in a comic book, and he knows that there's people reading, and they're all part of this small thing that has nothing to do with real life. And so it destroys Xavier's brain, and that's how Xavier dies in the comic in that storyline, because he's just so dumbfounded at the fact that, oh my God, none of us exist. None of us are real. We're all in a comic book. Oh my God. And I think if they play their cards right, that's how they're going to kill Cassandra Nova, is if she tries to read Deadpool's mind and realizes she's in a movie and all of this is fake. That would be crazy.
It's so weird because I've told you before, I don't know how I feel about the potential of them canonizing his ability to break the fourth wall as a power, as a unique power of his. I don't know. I'm so
to me it only works in certain settings like this, where it's like it's just the funniest way to kill off a Marvel character, you know,
Yeah.
because no one else is gonna know what's going on except for Cassandra once she gets into Deadpool's mind and realizes what's going on. Because you know, in the comics, when Xavier did that, he immediately died. Like his brain exploded and he
Mm.
died, and so no one got to know what happened. It was more of an inside joke for us as the audience. And so, you know, I could see that being a thing. But I do agree with you that, like, there's a lot of fourth wall breaks happening more and more in the MCU. Now with Deadpool, we have She-Hulk, and, you know, there's other characters from the Deadpool universe that try to do that as well. So we'll see how far we can really push it until it's too much, I suppose.
Wanda breaks the fourth wall at some point in Multiverse of
She
Madness.
totally does. That's so
Looks
true.
directly at the camera. Yep.
Right. I didn't even think of that.
Nexus beings, man.
Nexus beings, man.
Nexus beings. It could be that.
It's totally it. But if they decided to not kill her off in this movie,
Even She-Hulk. Maybe She-Hulk's a Nexus being. Sorry.
like, there's just so many opportunities for this storyline. Like, I love where it could possibly go. Like, I love the possibilities. I feel just as excited about this as I do about Superman. So, you know, I think superhero movies, we're getting back up there. We're going back up. We're getting up the hill
See.
and killing it, you know?
I just worry. Well, I guess I don't know. This could be a concern for in general, but like with Cassandra Nova coming in, like I'm curious to see how they balance that with the Deadpool sensibility. You know what I mean? A big kind of villain like this with like the humor and all that stuff. Well, I mean, I don't know. They've done a great job so far with Deadpool 1 and 2. So I know I can only just trust that they'll know the balance.
God, I want it to be good. I really, really, really want it to be good. But all we can do is wait.
Yep.
We can do is wait.